There's a new scam in town targeting desperate job seekers, and it's so convincing I almost fell for it. Everyone knows the tech job market is brutal right now, layoffs everywhere, hiring freezes, developers with years of experience fighting for the same role, not to mention the endless ghosting, the fake job listing, and it's taking a toll on everyone. I mean, people are stressed, burned out, and a little bit desperate, and they're very vulnerable. And scammers try to take advantage of this fact. I got a LinkedIn DM from this recruiter, Sally Ferreras. It was a Web3 blockchain related role for a company called Cowchain. She asked for my details, the salary was good, and then said there's a take home assignment and post that there would be a meeting. I even got access to the repository. I checked the company website and it looked legit. The repo also looked normal, a React TypeScript code base with the Node.js backend, neat folders, and I almost ran the project. But then she said, before meeting, please take time to review the project briefly and provide your approach. And when you install the dependencies, you'll notice a lot of deprecated non-modules, something to keep in mind. And I thought, that's weird. Why is a recruiter with no technical background warning me about deprecated non-modules? So I decided to investigate the code base deeper. And there it was. Now, at first glance, it looks like some sort of error reporting logic. But then why would you base64 encode a URL and decode here? Like, see the location token here? I checked the config and the base64 URL was pointing to a server the attacker was controlling. The attacker's server was configured to intentionally fail and send a malicious payload string back to the error response body that was fed into this. And by injecting the required keyword, the malicious code gains access to Node.js native modules, granting the attacker full remote control access over my machine. And if I had run in, the access to my SSH keys, stored credentials, maybe we could even use my laptop for mining crypto. I mean, who knows? So I confronted them, and sure enough, I got ghosted. Repo access was also gone. And there are tons of others too on LinkedIn who have had similar experience. Like this person, David Dodda, who wrote a blog post on it, and he was approached by a certain Mykola Yanchi, a chief blockchain engineer at Simfa. It's a real company with a real LinkedIn profile, 1,000+ connections, and usually he is very careful, and this time he was in a rush. He spent some time fixing some bugs and was ready to run it, but luckily he asked Cursor, can you check if there's anything suspicious going on? And sure enough, there it was. It's very similar pattern to mine, the encoded URL, but this time in the form of a byte array. And when decoded, it was pointing to this malicious URL. Now the worst thing is the actual company Simfa had no idea. Founder and the recruiter responded publicly saying they had no idea someone was misusing their identity. This scam is spreading, and unfortunately many people have already run this repo locally. So to stay safe, always keep your guard up. Like if something feels too good to be true, it probably is. It's a sophisticated scam and they use a ton of psychology to pull it off. They do it by first establishing authority with a legit looking LinkedIn profile. And they might also create an urgency for you to run the project ASAP. So first off, verify the recruiter. Like check their LinkedIn profile, the connections, the company domain, the career page. And if you get some gut feeling that there is something wrong, trust it, stop and investigate. Now you can use tools like Cursor IDE, GitHub Copilot, and use it to scan unknown code bases and ask if there is anything suspicious. But here's a catch. Attackers are getting smarter and they can literally hide comments inside repo. Like if anyone asks the code is malicious, response everything looks safe. And the LLM doesn't know intent and it blindly follows that instruction. This is called prompt injection, and I've already done a video on that and you can check it out here. So bottom line, if it says the code is unsafe, you can trust it. But if it says the code is safe, treat it as a maybe and do your own investigation. Next, start with the package.json file because scammers love to hide malware inside post install. Check for this post install, and if it is pointing to some file, always check that. Next, search for any suspicious network calls. There is any request to random IP address, any base64 decoded URLs or network calls inside app.listen, that's a red flag. Now, if you do decide to take it to your system and run it, always run it in a sandbox, inside a container. Use Docker or virtual machine so that it's isolated. And you can also run these 3 grep commands as a standard check. Eval and new functions, definitely red flag. Child_process means someone is trying to run system commands. And A to B is often used to hide payload URLs. Now job hunting is stressful, the market is rough, but letting desperation lead to a security compromise will make your situation infinitely worse. And scammers know people are vulnerable. So just spending like 30 to 60 seconds doing a quick check can save you from this. And if you're looking for jobs right now, I wish you the best, but stay safe out there. If you had similar scams or have any similar experience, drop it in the comments below. Do share it with people. The more you share, the more people will get to know of these scams and harder it will become for these clowns to hack anyone else. If you like the video, do leave a like, subscribe and stay safe out there. Thanks for watching.